What's up, people? It's your favorite Mexican Purple coming at you with another DCUO commentary vid. Little 5v5 action going on in the Watchtower. Us and the replacements. This is actually our group for the tournament, except Martis is in there for Eminence. He wasn't on at the time. He wasn't on last night, so Martis, went in, filled in, and did a pretty damn good job of it. We actually played this group right before this game with a double DPS setup. Martis was still sorcery at the time, and we ended up winning about 300-0, I think. And then it seemed like every other group ducks us. I don't know what it is. When we run double DPS, a lot of groups tend to duck us, which I don't understand. All you gotta do is go after the controller. It's not rocket science. You have RPS on that, but for some reason, I guess maybe they're scared of Pantless. I don't know. She is kind of beast, but anyway, so he went tank for this one, and I'll break down the action a little bit. There's not really much. It's going to be a little bit of a boring. Tempo is going to be kind of slow. We go after the DPS. It worked for us the first time we played him. We ran double DPS. Mars had RPS anyways on him, so we kind of stuck with it. We figured they were going to stick on Pants, so going after a healer really wasn't an option for the most part. I think we hard switch, but for the most part we just stay on dubs. I think we pick up the kill. Last minute and a half. Seemed like we had most of the pressure the whole match, but with the game being the way it is, immunities, etc., scoreboard's not necessarily going to reflect that. It's going to be a little stressful. It's going to be a little frustrating. I think this game. I think we were quiet for the most part as far as communication goes. Besides the normal stuff, the calling out the supers, the hard switches, trinkets, etc. We were pretty quiet just because it was kind of boring. Just the tempo just kind of slows down, but. Basically, I just want to talk a little bit. Season, the DCO Fight Club, I guess, official season is underway. And it seems like it's been pretty decent so far. I know there's already some controversy, which, hey, there's always going to be. I know right off the bat, I think the first week when there was 357 and 1-up playing, there's a huge controversy. I remember popping up in 5v5 chat and just people were just going off at each other. So what else? What else is new? PvP community for the most part blows. Let's be honest. And it just seemed like everyone was kind of going off. But, there's been a couple, everyone's there's been a lot of hype about the One Piece, the main One Piece group getting kind of taking too long, starting off 0-2. But, I think people seem to forget that first loss was against probably one of the top, I'd say four teams in the whole season. And then the second loss was just, Solgear hopped on Jester's tune to troll. That hasn't happened. Solgear hasn't trolled in I don't know how many months. And then I think Sam messed around with the rifle for a little bit. He wanted to see what was, going on. It was just a combination of a perfect storm, I guess. But, it seems like everyone's kind of settled down with real life now, that we've gotten back in the flow. I know vacation ended for a lot of us, or, some of the other guys, getting back in the routine of school or whatnot. So, we should be good to go. I know our group pretty much has our schedule down, which our group is, if you can tell, it's me, Pantless, Triggs, Miner, and M is our starting tank, but he wasn't on, so Martis stepped up. He was on. We got Martis on. Did a tremendous job. First DPSing and then, going tank, doing a pretty solid job in this game. And then another game I'll upload a little later, which was the uncensored match from this night. But, talk a little bit about it. Some good teams. Seems like there's some new squads out there I've noticed. Haven't really played a lot of them. I know ourselves with our season, the first game was a forfeit. True Legends DPS was permabanned or something like that, so we won by forfeit. And the second game, I believe, was against Cali Boys Group 2. I wasn't around for it. I mean, no disrespect to them, but I've been busy, work, etc. I really wasn't gonna try to go out of my way to try to make time to play them. It's just the way it goes. Real life, pretty much all the time over DCUO. But this week it's actually a One Piece League v League showdown, which I think for some reason we're the only league that actually plays our second group. Which it'll be fun. I think they've got their swagger back. I think they queued up last night. I think they were kind of luckily Donut. I have run with Donut a couple times already, but some of the other guys are getting to run with Donut and kind of see, what kind of beast he can be. Kind of help our, we got a pretty good stash of trollers right now over here in One Piece, to be honest. We got, Pantless, who right now might be, with Jester, Jester not playing as much, etc. Pantless might be one of the best trollers, if not the best troller in the game. As far as immunity pickups, etc., understanding concepts, she's been playing really well lately. Definitely enjoy having her as our troll. Didn't really, I played with her a little bit before, we actually formed the One Piece groups for the season, but definitely blessing in disguise having her. She's been doing a great job, and, obviously you got Triggs and Miner together. Got that Mexican chemistry between Triggs, Miner, myself, and Eminence. It's just the way it goes, and then Martis hops in this match, gives us the same thing. We don't miss a beat, which is good. I know I've run with Martis a lot, especially with the double deep, so him and I are normally on the same page pretty well. So, him tanking it pretty much is just him DPSing with RPS. And it's the same thing, just all chemistry comes down to it. Right now, I think our group has pretty solid chemistry. I feel pretty good about it going in. We've gotten a decent runs in with each other. So we should be good to go. I think this match will be a good test for us as far as, because that One Piece group, anyone sleeping on that group is a fool, because once everything settles, in the words of Mars, when the dust settles, that group will be there towards the end. Just a matter of, everyone's schedules, etc. But it should be a fun week. I don't know when we're actually going to play. We were talking Friday, or I don't know. It just kind of depends on when everyone can get on. We'll talk about it in league chat, get it on. I'm sure. Now, with everyone having a PBR, I think like in this group, right, particularly, I think 4 out of the 5 of us have PBRs. I think Triggs is the only one that doesn't, because he's kind of a bum. But besides that, everyone in the group has a PBR. Miner, myself, Mars, Panelist. Sam has one. So, hopefully maybe we'll set something up regardless of the score. If they win or if we win, we'll do something where we kind of upload from multiple angles, let everyone see everything, from different perspectives, hopefully maybe from like 6 or 7 different cameras. Maybe get it to like Sam and get like a mix or something. I don't know. Could be something like that. But talking a little about the season. Sorry about that, getting over the flu a little bit. But talking a little about the season. So certain person decided to call us out again. Not going to use any names, but it has Patriot in it, and he's a tank for the replacements. I don't know what it is with the guy. I think he's got a man crush on Sam. I don't know. I think he hears Sam's voice, and I think it makes him a little wet. I don't know what it is, to be honest, but the guy just always decides to start stuff with One Piece. I don't know what it is. Got a little bit of issues. I don't know. Can't really describe it, but he made that video, which was the second time I think he's called us out. I know the first video he made, he called One Piece out about queuing after we had been queuing for something like 2 months, I think, and we decided to kind of take a break because nobody was really queuing. There wasn't really at the time. There was kind of a lack of competition, and I think he came back out of 8 months and queues for like a couple days and makes a video about it, and then the dude's done queuing for like 2 days. And it's the same thing now. I think he only really queues for the tournament. If you noticed, a lot of his videos, it's League v League. That's when he decides to call people out on commentaries, because I don't think he's actually been in groups that's beaten One Piece like ever. So that's why you don't see that. For all those that don't know. So while he may make, I don't necessarily think he's bad for the DCO community is bad. He makes the videos, helps out, some beginners and all that. But amongst the PvPers, he hasn't really been a factor for a long time. And it's not really meant to be disrespectful. I know it's going to come off, but it's really just being honest. And so, with everything like that said, and then the second video comes out, I guess we get called out for subs, for having Miner as a sub, and having Martis as a sub. Martis was always going to be a sub, for both teams, whatever, just because you never know who's not going to be on, real life stuff, it's the way it goes. Same thing with, with Miner, it's just a lot of us are busy. Unlike Super Patriot, we don't play this game all day. I mean, it's just not it is. I know myself. I get on, hop on. If we're gonna queue, I get on a little bit after work. But for the most part, you won't see me unless really for the weekends. But that's really it. And, I just get on and queue. Last night was an exception. I got on. I decided to stay up late. I queued for a few hours, which is very rare for me during the week. But so it makes a video calling us out and talks about the subs and besides the whole last 2-minute nerd rage he goes off on, which I don't know what that was about. I mean, the dude just like lost it. I don't know what happened. I don't know if he forgot to take his crazy pills or what the hell went on in that one. But talked about the subs, and I believe one of the things he said was, I highly suggest your leagues don't do this, or you shouldn't do this. But just an FYI, the replacements changed their roster, after that video. So they're doing the same thing. So and the difference is we really could give a shit less. I mean, no disrespect to Super Patriot, but your group, if you're in the group, you're really not a threat to us. Now that's not to say that second group isn't a threat, because this second group with Hardlight Bomber tanking, that's a pretty decent squad. That's going to be a tough squad to beat. But like I said, Super Patriots tanking that, we're not really concerned about it. I mean, he mixes in some block breakers, but kind of hits probably about as hard as Miner does with a bow. But anyway, so you calling us out and then doing the same thing, I don't understand. Whatever. We really could give a shit less. We're going to beat you either way. Do whatever you want. But just wanted to address that for a little bit. I know, since we don't sit around making commentaries all day, we don't really get to kind of defend ourselves, I guess, with this. But yeah, so we never really understood what it was about. But anyway, so getting back to the game a little bit, I think we kind of talked about everything I was going to talk about in this vid. You can tell the tempo's a little slow. I'm kind of bouncing around a little bit, messing around with immunities, just negating some of their damage for a little bit. They get off me a little bit, go to Pantless, but you can see Pantless just beast mode right now. It's not really going to work. I think they come back to me pretty quick. We just kind of stay with dubs the whole match. It felt smooth. We did it the last time. He's not necessarily a turtle. He does block, but just something we felt confident. They almost get me a couple times, but for the most part, we're good. I think on supers, I think we do a pretty good job of managing them the whole time. I think there's one time or two times where we hit two at once, but for the most part, we do a pretty good job of managing between Pantless, Mars, and myself. And we just keep wearing dubs down. We probably could have gone after Never Miss, looking back on it and seeing what happened. And if we would have played them again with the setup, we would have done that. But we just stuck to what worked, and we just kind of played it through. Mars was hitting them pretty hard. I know I was hitting them pretty hard when I actually was on them. So we just stuck with it, saw what happened, and I think we ended up killing them. Not sure when we get them. We get them pretty soon. But I'm gonna do another commentary actually following this one on an uncensored game, talking a little bit about consumables, what they bring to PvP, the kind of angle, the different things the flexibility they give you, with these utility belts out. But yeah, I think we're gonna get dub right here. But the consumables kind of bring another aspect to it. Tempo is already slow as it is, but luckily there's dubs right there. Actually, I think we go to Never Miss pretty quick, but I think we almost get them down. I think I come out of CC, and I think so does Martis, and it looks like we're gonna get the kill, and then we both kind of get stunned out of CC, or I fall on my back actually, but we get a little juggled, and then I think Martis gets stuck coming out of CC, so we aren't able to produce the second kill towards the end, but. Good game nonetheless, and just want to give a shout out to everybody. Shout out to everyone in One Piece doing their thing. Got another vid for y'all coming up soon, but until then, everybody take it easy. We'll look at the scorecard a little bit, and that'll be it. And hopefully, good luck to everyone participating in the season. Hopefully, we start getting some good matches in. But that's it. Leave a comment, subscribe, and let me know what y'all think.